thought we handled their blitz decent in the first half. Second half, I thought we had a much better rhythm on kind of their defenses, and I thought we executed a little bit better.
Yeah, speaking of defense, what did you see from the Nets before you called the audible to sub Ugo in?
Yeah, they were. We had Amari out there just in case they matched up in a certain coverage, and it looked like they were going to something different, and so we just wanted to get Ugo out there, and Ugo made a great play. It's credit to him. He's always ready, and he made a good play.
Yeah, what gave you the confidence to give that shot to a 19-year-old rookie in this situation?
I mean, it probably wasn't necessarily for him. Knee threes are a crapshoot. I mean, you never know what defense they're in. Are they reading before? Are they reading after? Are they matching up? Are they on the body, off the body? And so it was really just a read where those four guys had to make a play, and Ugo made a great play and made a great pass.
How big was Peyton in the second half and overtime?
Yeah. I mean, listen, he was great getting us the lead. It was one-on-one. This was like 3 games, right? First half. In the second half, we get to 101-91, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot on some things that we can clean up. But along the way, I thought Peyton's aggressiveness in the third quarter. I thought our effort and our toughness kept us in it, and our execution at the right time.
And just how remarkable is this group, and you guys continue to find different ways to win?
Yeah, as I said, it's them. These guys, we don't always play perfect, but you can guarantee that we'll play hard. So that gives you a shot at it. You can come in and after games like this and know that the guys want to get better, and that's what we have to do.
Joe, triple double for Jalen tonight. Didn't really feel like it was. Had a quiet one, if that makes sense. But just what do you see from him tonight?
Yeah, poise. I said, the guys in particular played with the level of effort and physicality for most of the game, but I thought. Jalen played with a sense of poise, especially in the second half. So seeing a bunch of different coverages. Sometimes you saw switch. Sometimes they doubled them, and the discipline and the poise to make the right play, whether it's for yourself or for your teammate. But we were able to use him sometimes throughout the game as a decoy, drag a double and play some 2-on-1s. So to be able to do that takes a ton of poise, takes a ton of discipline, and he was able to do that tonight.
What did you see in the execution that final 3 minutes of regulation? You guys got 10.
Just the same old fouls, offensive rebounds, transition threes. I mean, it's the tails all this time. In those situations, we come right out of the timeout, we overhelp on a post-up, we give up an open corner 3, we have a foul in the backcourt, we have a foul in an SOB, we put them in the bonus. We have a poor rim read at the basket, and they come down and make a transition 3, and so next thing you know, you look up and it's there. So. But again, I mean, that's stuff that you can clean up. Those are tactical things that we'll continue to get better at. What I care about is the toughness and the mindset that we played with against a good team. I mean, I don't care what their record is. They're really well coached and they're a talented team. And obviously they played a different way knowing what happened a couple games ago, and we were able to kind of withstand that.
You say sometimes, like, if this shot misses this, whatever, the line of questioning is different, and it's a fine line there. So it seems like you feel pretty good about this, like the mindset.
I hope you think I felt the same way about the other games that we played. I mean, I hope if I'm being inconsistent, then. But I thought we played pretty well down the stretch. I mean, there's a few moments that we're able to execute, and the guys are able to do them. So it's both, right? We come out with the win, but we know we're going to get better. We're going to do it tomorrow against a really good team.
Want to drive? CarMax.
Truly bespoke hair color, only at an Aveda salon. Customized by an expert Aveda colorist using 100% vegan treatment hair color. Get color created just for you. Book an appointment at an Aveda salon.
Fulfill may look like a candy bar, but with 15 grams of protein, we swear it's a protein bar.
I'm Marcus Smart with the NBA. I lost my mom to blood cancer. Thousands of patients like her need your help to get a blood stem cell transplant. Join the NMDP registry today with the Simple Cheek Squad. Give hope.
I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut.
You're a great scientist. You'll figure it out. The world is counting on you.
So, I met an alien.
much I see CamBo. So you'll turn me up. Hit that like button.
Coach Luca Garza told me about books that you gave to some players. Him, Chop Wood, Carry Water, and The Art of War. Why those two books? What's the reason for it?
Yeah, I mean, one, I think there's, The Art of War is a book that's been around for a long time, and I think you can learn a lot from it. There's a lot of principles that we want to apply to the game through that book. And Chop Wood, Carry Water, Danny gave me that book when I first got the job here, and meant a lot to me. So it's just pass on to the things that the people did before you.
Are there any other books that you will use in the future?
The Bible? Yeah, I mean, it's something that we talk about, obviously, coming up on a back-to-back and traveling right there. So, we have a schedule for those guys. But, when you have moments like this where a guy like Amari comes out and plays well, it's just a credit to the continuity, the continuity of what Phil's doing in Maine, what the Maine staff is doing, what our PD team is doing, and what the assistants are doing before the game. And so that you don't really miss a beat because of the continuity and where guys are at. So you have a trust that he'll always be prepared. What we down 5, the full court play. We down 5. He made the pass to Peyton. I mean, that's something that he's worked on, and he's obviously a good passer. It's one of the best things that he does on the offensive end.
Yeah.
No, you didn't go yet? Both of you.
Sorry. Joe, I know we started by talking about Ugo and Amari, but a lot of guys like Jalen, Eric, Peyton, they've had big moments down the stretch. These guys have not been there. For you, from a player development standpoint, is this important that this kinds of games happen during the season so that in the postseason, it's not the first time Ugo's taking a shot like that with you guys? Do you view this as a milestone for those guys, or not really?
Yeah, I mean, a lot would have to happen for Ugo to take a shot like that in the playoffs. To me, it's just playing in general. I think it's just, just game reps in general, regardless if it's overtime. And to me, the ability to make those plays, regardless, are important for the experience to be able to have. So, he's continuing to get better at this.
Coach, I'm from ESPN Brazil. I was looking ahead to the calendar, and I saw that next time you play the Mets will be March 27th. The day before, Brazil and France will play a soccer friendly at Gillette Stadium.
I know.
I just want to know if...
I thought we played at Charlotte that game. That's the next one?
Croatia in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And then, before France at Gillette.
I know.
If you have a chance, you intend to be there to watch the game?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And do you see, I know you're a huge soccer fan, do you see any parallels between basketball and soccer, how players may take advantage of space?
Yeah, I think there's a ton. Some of the intricacies of spacing and cutting and timing and being able to make the reads and the 2-on-1s. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff there that you're able to learn. But I hope I can make that game a big game. All right.
Jordy, after this one, just how do you address this game with your team after the way that they're able to continue to find ways to fight but still fall short?
Yeah, I think the fight back, you're down 10 with 3 minutes to go and you make it a game. We all remember, the last 3, obviously the mistakes that we made. And we've executed late game well in many games, especially defensively. And today it was 2 situations where we could have, been better. We're up 5, they throw a cross-court pass, and you have a chance to foul the center right there. And then probably we make 1 free throw and game is over. And we did, and they made 3. And then the other one is we're around the 3-point line, and there's a miscommunication, and they get a wide open shot. So those are the things that, you go through these experiences and you go together, and as well as we've done it and in prior games like Chicago and other games where I thought our late game defensive execution was good. Today we made a couple mistakes, and those mistakes in this league against a very good team makes you makes you pay, and they made 22 threes, and that was one of the keys to the game. It was to defend the 3-point line and rebound, and 21 second chance points and 22 threes. We gotta learn from that, but proud of the brand of basketball we played, the competitiveness. We got better today, and that's what's most important. I think, as a 19-year-old, Nolan played very meaningful minutes, and he did a great job. And I think 1 through 10 and everybody on the bench had great energy, and that's why we were, throughout the game, we were in it.
You touched on it a little bit, but I mean, what did you see from Nolan? What were the aspects specifically that you liked and that you decided, all right, I'm going to go with him, let it ride with him rather than Jaeger?
His ability to touch the paint and, how slippery he is. And obviously, he's going to keep growing. There's some mistakes, and, we need him to be the floor general and talk and use his voice, because obviously I'd rather when I can start seeing it from him, where he can call everything that makes sense, but he's gotta grow that voice, and I'm gonna trust him. He's doing a great job, and I think it's this step by step. I thought his ability to play pick and roll, like I said, and create paint touches, that was the reason why I put him there. And also defensively, he fought every single time with physicality, and I think that's important too. He did a great job, so I thought he deserved. I might right or wrong, I don't know, but very happy for him.
With those paint touches that you're talking about with him, what is that doing for your offense, just in general?
Yeah, he collapses the defense, right? He's a team that protects the paint very well, and every time that he's able to get there, and the line is pretty good. I don't know how many paint shots he made, but shot the 3 well. He was aggressive. He gave us speed, right? So the speed, the spacing, the paint touches is just all good, good things for us. So that's why I went with him, and I was very happy to see how aggressive he was, and playing through this experience late game is important.
20 minutes for Drake and 21 for Jaeger in this one. Was that just a matter of game flow, or is there something more that you want to see from both of them to kind of get those minutes?
Yeah, no, I'm not punishing them. They've played 20 minutes and 21, which is very good in the NBA, and those are meaningful minutes. I know the question may be am I punishing them or not? If you do your math, those are minutes that you can change games and you can work on your game, and I'm happy with both of them. I've been happy with both of them throughout the year. Obviously, if I see that another guy is doing better, that's part of coaching. So yeah, they're doing well. I also thought Zaire did a great job defensively. His activity helped us. So at some point, that also is part of coaching, and trying to put those guys. In those 3 minutes, came back from 10 points, and that's why I stayed with that group. Yep.
Continue to find ways to fight back. Just what were some of the small details that made a difference down the stretch?
With the swag, I go crazy.
I mean, it's kind of everything, as you said, the
right
details
now,
matters when it's
I ain't really trying
a
to do it
close
like
game.
that,
So we lost it, but we get better.
Probably go to the store, spend
For you had to play some crunch time minutes, and were able to get to the rim and get to the line. What were you just seeing from the defense were you able to take advantage of?
I don't know what that is.
Take advantage and get around the defense.
I'm probably
I mean, my teammates set good screens, so I can go downhill and make a play. That's what I do. So
spend
that's pretty it.
Come up with something crazy.
I just got obsessed with making a product that actually tastes like the fruit on the can.
It's like 200.
Real fruit sourced from real farmers, squeezed by juicing facilities. It's just the right way to do it. It's been good. It's worth the squeeze.
What is it about Chamberlain University that makes our nursing students so successful? The opportunity to learn from anywhere with support that comes from everywhere. That's what you can expect from the #1 largest nursing school in the country, Chamberlain University.
See the
Nolan, what did you learn from a game like this? You know, what did you learn about yourself, and what did you learn about the game, getting to play these clutch minutes against a really good Boston team?
You learn that every details matter and every mistake is punished. So that's what cost us the game.
It seems like in these last few games, the game is really slowing down for you. You're seeing the floor, the turnovers been down, good assist numbers. You're able to get downhill today. Just what do you feel has been working well for you, or is it just a matter of gaining confidence with added reps?
Yes, I think it's, as you said, the confidence and just getting to know my teammates better on the court and know what they like. And they know what I like, so it's better.
Keep it simple, you know what I'm saying?
You know, up until this point, you've been coming off the bench, but obviously Jordy went with you down the stretch, the fourth quarter and both overtimes. How much confidence does that put in you, knowing that your coach is willing to trust you in the biggest moments?
I mean, it's great for me, but I think I can do better. And I will.
Jasper?
So we can, like we have to win this game, and I think, I mean, everyone is part of it, but I'm a part of it too, and we will be better.
So with the poison ivy.
Jordy talked a lot about your paint touches tonight and how important they were. You know, has your mindset changed at all, or is this just kind of like who you want to be when you're out there?
I guess it's both. I mean, I'm like this, but it's been like a few games. I'm focusing more on this, so it translates on the court.
You trying to go too hard? I'm hot. Don't take the shirt off in a minute.
Nick, what do you take away from a game like this, where your team had so many chances to fight and get back into it, but still come up short?
It's a lot. It's a lot for us to learn from for tonight. From coaches to players, it's a lot for us to learn. It's a tough loss, obviously, so we just gotta watch the film and get better from it.
What are some of those small details that you guys need to learn and take away from?
Just knowing when to foul, when we were up by like 5 points, knowing when to foul. Can't give up threes. Can't give up those timely threes. And fix some coverages. It's a lot for us to learn from.
What did you see kind of happen, especially on that CamBo 3 that made it go into double overtime with the defense?
He was just wide open. Like,
young.
He was wide open.
A young player, man.
And he hit the shot. I guess. I'm confused. I gotta watch it. I'm confused. I don't know how it got so open. That's in the corner. I don't know. I can't give you an answer for that.
Jordy talked pregame about it was all about responding, obviously, after what happened on Wednesday. You know, what was kind of the message that you guys got this morning, and then how do you feel like you guys did respond tonight?
We responded really well. I mean, we was even down in the fourth. Like we played a really good game. I feel like we deserved to win. We just didn't execute enough down the stretch. So we just gotta learn from it. But this is a tough loss though. Like this one really hurt. But we responded really well. You know, we getting beat by like 50 last game. We did well. We just gotta keep getting better. But and you know, especially Nolan. I think Nolan he really stepped up tonight. He played really well and just gotta keep building.
You talked about, you guys responding well, and Jordy talked about there were some late game execution issues, but when you look at how much you guys bothered Jalen, and then seeing how they were able to get points from different sources, was that part of the overall defensive game plan, or is that also a breakdown with other guys going off?
Nah, they kept going at me. They kept trying to ISO me, so that's good. When teams try to ISO me, that's good. And we just forced tough shots for him down the stretch. Everybody did a good job defending the one-on-one, taking the challenge. They play a lot of ISO basketball, but we just didn't do enough to get it done. And other guys on their team stepped up, made some timely buckets. But like I said, it's a lot to learn from tonight.
it seemed like you had a lot of possessions where you were starting on Jalen. You obviously did a pretty good job on him. Was that kind of going into the game? Was that kind of pointed out as your assignment, and what was working well for you there?
Nah, it's just kind of the way the game was flowing. I like to take the one-on-one challenge against the best players on the team, so that's something I take pride in doing, and just wanted to do anything to help us win tonight.
You guys have experienced two very different types of losses in the last, 2 games. Does the reaction to this one, I know you're going on the road, but just what you do after the game, kind of how you process it, is it a lot different than what you had to do on Wednesday, or not really that different?
The NBA, it's so many games. You play an 82-game season, so you really just can't get too high, you can't get too low. You get beat by 50, you gotta be ready to respond. If you lose a tough game like this, you just gotta be here. You gotta be even killed through everything. So we just gotta get our bodies right. It was a draining game emotionally, physically, and get ready for our West Coast road trip.
You obviously, early in your career, played in some tight games and, really clutch situations. And for a guy like Nolan tonight to get those kind of minutes and that experience against a team like the Celtics, just from your experience, what do you feel like that does for a young player to get to play in those situations and kind of feel that pressure?
It's big. I mean, you can show him that, he belongs here. I remember, when I first started getting that clutch time minutes, it's a good feeling of being able to impact the game. And he did a lot of good things for us, getting downhill, getting in the paint, spraying, making some good plays. And obviously, it's a lot of things that he can get better at and can learn from. But going forward, we definitely gonna need that level of play from him.
Nick, you had to come out of the game and get your finger taped up. You were able to battle it out and be so dominant. How is the finger and what happened?
It's sore. I really don't know. Just gotta get like X-rays and MRIs. So I don't know. It's sore though. It was just like locking up. So I just put some tape on it, and I'll know more tomorrow probably.
It's jam.
Yeah, it's my pinky.
It's jam.
Yeah.
When Boston tied the game, the stadium was cheering for them when it's really your home court. Did it affect you guys mentally going into the second overtime?
No.
Style
is jam
and substance in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $8,000 on this Sierra 1500 model.
The sun is dying. I can do nothing. Everything on this planet will go extinct.
I'm a teacher at the Grover Cleveland Middle.
You're the only scientist who might know what this is.
Oh my god. So, I met an alien. I'm going to play Rocky. Now or never.
Project Hail Mary, PG-13.
Well, you heard that stat. I think live game held it up. I'm so curious. John Butler and Simone Jellis round out the crew. Here is Powell, a dynamic thrower. That is a great start. A sidestep three over Garza. Averaging 23 a game. This whole season in Miami, 39% from downtown. Celtics will play 3 more before the All-Star break, all of them here at the Garden. Knicks on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, and then the Bulls on Wednesday. 5 to shoot for White, picked up by Andrew Wiggins. Deep three off the front of the rim. Garza working on the offensive glass. He just got rid of Powell, but Pella Larson picks it up for Miami. Adebayo on the cut. This Miami team plays the fastest pace.
Bruh.
They're not the worst team in the NBA. They're very inconsistent. They got up to a great start this season running that new offensive system with high pace. Hauser off the mark on a three, came to the offensive rebound. Celtics were all over the glass in Houston a couple nights ago. Powell takes it away from the big man. Wiggins takes about 6 steps and then hits the floor. He sure did. Former #1 pick out of Kansas, now in year 12 in the NBA. Here's Mitchell. They call him off night. He's a great perimeter defender. Trying to deal with the Mies Kana. They're going to call that an offensive foul on Neiman. This 0 for 3 start. He has gotten triples from Wiggins and this guy, Norman Powell, hits again. And that's very similar to what the Celtics do. Go into a ghost screen, into a flare. Powell's got it going. See if Ron can get going. He lit up the Heat in the first week of the season. This is the 3rd of 4. Celtics have won the first 2, but both were close through 3 quarters. Brown can't break the seal for the C's. Here comes Powell again. Right now, we're crashing the offensive glass. Rotation defensively. We got the double big lineup, but we haven't taken advantage of it yet offensively. White gets inside and puts it in. After an 0 for 4 start, Derek White. That's the first 2 Celtics points as Powell draws the foul. So he is the lone big on the floor now. Contesting the shot by Norman Powell, who's got 8 points already. The interesting thing for Vucevic is this is his 3rd game in a row against Miami. The Bulls played him 3 times in a row. Vucevic played in 2 of those games, and now in his new team, see the Heat again. Brown bumps into Mitchell, put him on the deck. Vucevic nearly had the offensive rebound. Here comes Wiggins. Adebayo, early block work against Hauser. Didn't have the touch. Wiggins has the cleanup. 10-point Miami lead anytime. If they can get a star player that makes a lot of money, they'll do it. But we're under next year. And this is not the organization telling me this. I feel like it's like a blank check moving after that, where we can build a championship roster and do anything we want. So we'll find out when it all plays out. But I know the Celtics will do whatever they can if they can get a